Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia. I hope you guys had a great weekend with the NFL draft. Man, it was fantastic and fun. As a content creator now and as a YouTuber, my job is to try and break down stuff or have fun or talk about the picks or talk about the draft in general. And I got to say, it was really, really fun over the last 3 days doing the live stream and talking about all things NFL and all things Pittsburgh Steelers. However, in today's video, we're going to talk about we'll talk about Calvin Austin III. I thought we're going to start to dive a little bit deeper into some of these players and what it means for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So today we are going to talk about Calvin Austin III. And what better way to start out with his, combine stats or his overall prospect information. Calvin Austin III is a Memphis Tiger. He's hometown Memphis, 5'8", 170 pounds, and is arm length, 30 inches. Now, he did get a prospect grade from NFL.com with 6. And I was like, what does 6 mean? It doesn't really tell you what it is out of. But basically, it's 6 out of 8. No idea why they chose 6 out of 8. But he's pretty high up there. He was also meant to go in round 3, which he did. He did go, round 4 he went. Round 4 he went in for the Steelers. But his idea wasn't meant to be 3 or 4 round. That was his projection to go. 40-yard dash was 4.32. That's one of the fastest ones I've seen. I think one of the fastest one was back in the day. Johnson from the Chris Johnson from the Titans, I think was about 4.29 or 4.3. So really fast. Vertical jump is 39, and I did some research too. The highest I saw was 45. So this guy can jump. He's a small fella. He's only 5'8", and he's not the biggest receiver out there in terms of height and weight. However, I don't think it matters too much with the Steelers, and I will get into that in a few short moments. Now, what I do love about these players, right? These players come into the NFL, and straight away, you got to give a shout out to the Steelers graphic department. It looks fantastic already. Calvin Austin III, round 4, pick 138. He's got his Memphis Tigers uniform there, and he's now going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. We don't know what number he's going to be, but I love the fact on Twitter, can't catch Calvin Austin III. Here we go, Steelers. Thank you, God. Steelers, let's get to work. This guy is ready to play. I love that. I love that from players in the college scene who come out straight away and talk about the black and gold and talk about what it means to be an NFL player, and they're ready to go. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these players in the NFL and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? These players from college going to the NFL, it is once in a lifetime opportunity, right? It is fantastic to see, and I'm so excited to see this round 4 fella, Austin III. I don't know if we call him Austin III or Austin. We'll have to figure that out as we go along, but we'll keep calling him Austin III if we can. And I want to look into his stats too before I give you my view in a bit of firstly, let me go back 1 second. So when you're looking at the prospect and what he means and for the Steelers here, I wanted to look into maybe some of his strengths and weaknesses as well. A bit of an overview what the NFL thinks. So his strengths are what they posted here on NFL.com. You can go check that out too. I might even try and leave this link in the description as well. Posted back-to-back seasons of 1,000 yards. His feet are fluid and fast through the route, 100% because he's like superhuman. He's super quick, right? Gliding speed surprises the coverage. I think he also used to be a track. I think he did some work as well in track. So obviously he's All-American track honors in 4 times 100-meter relay. So he understands how to use his speed in certain moments. Like track athletes know when to speed up and know when to slow down. So I like that about him too. Impressive break and open to shake coverage on deep comebacks. I like that too. Breaks in his route and comes right back. This guy is really fast when you think about it. He's super quick with his feet. It says here, loose hips and can elude coverage on short area routes. He's going to be fantastic too, as he does, elude coverage in the slot. How would you go up against this guy that used to be a track star? And if you go look up his highlights, he's super fast. He's probably one of the fastest receivers maybe in the NFL. And I can't wait to see what happens with him. But once you put the shoulder pads on, yes, he's going to slow down a little bit, but I like what I see so far. This next point I want to read, it says here, reads the defense in scramble situation and finds open grass. You definitely need that to be a receiver. And when the play breaks down, if it is Kenny Pickett or Trubisky, if he's out there and the play is broken down, scramble back around, find some open grass, and then move to get the football and make it count. I think he's going to be fantastic, maybe as a slot receiver, number 3, or coming in off the bench at number 4. It says here, jitter and go punt return talent. So it can also be a punt returner. That would be fantastic as well. Now, they do go into a bit of weaknesses too. It says here, can be knocked off route path by physical coverage. 100%. He's not the biggest guy. I hear that. Badly beaten when competing for 50-50 throws. And again, 100%. He is not the biggest guy, not the tallest guy. And his weight, he's not the biggest guy too. So if there's a 50-50 ball and there's a corner who is 6'2", 100% will be harder for him to go up and get that football. So it says here, needs to create a cleaner catch window as a pro. And that to me is just, if it's one-on-one and the cornerback's got coverage or safety has a bit more leverage over him, I think that it will be harder for him to contest the catch and, make the completion. It says here, quickly tackled by modest effort from defenders. So the thing I saw, though, in the highlights, it was him pretty much, if he wasn't getting tackled, like he was speed to burn, he was running around the linebackers. But I guess if you put him in that situation where there is maybe two or three fellas on him, he can't get out of that. But I still like his odds. I do. Being that fast, I saw him dart around a few players, and it was kind of cool to watch. Now, also, let's go into some of his stats, and I'll start to tell you what I think about the position. All right, and Calvin Austin III. Okay, his stats. It says here he's been playing for Memphis for, 5 years? Games, 46, 21 starts, receptions, 156, 2,500 yards, and his average was 16.29 a game, right? So he didn't play at the very start, but that kind of happens at college. You don't start straight away. Kind of got into it near the end, and his last stats here, this is what we like the most. He has 22 touchdowns, first downs 103, and targets 269. So 22 touchdowns, man. He knows how to get it done. He does. He definitely knows how to get it done. I did see the highlights. He looks fantastic. Like every Steeler fan now, we went out and looked at the highlights, and you're like, this guy's fast. He can get away from defenders. He can do punt returns. He can, start to make this offense more explosive. Now, I want to give you guys, I guess, my view, what I think. So overall, I think it's a great pick. I think it's a good pick getting him in round 4. Picking him up in round 4, I think now we can start to build the offense with whatever quarterback we go with. I don't know yet. I don't know who it's going to be. But whatever quarterback we go with, we have Chase Claypool, I think, will maybe emerge to be number 1. He has a big challenge, Chase. Deontay Johnson will be 2. Hopefully, DJ can start to really catch the football down the end of the season. Number 3 could be George Pickens, who we talked about the other day, and I might do a deep dive into him a little bit later in the week. And 4, it very well could be Calvin Austin III or Miles Boykin. We have a good roster now. It felt like 3 or 4 weeks ago, we gave away all our receivers. We gave away Juju. We gave away Ray. We gave away James. They all left the Steelers. And it felt like we had no one there. Felt like there was everything, there was no receiver depth at all. Now, bring in 2 receivers, George Pickens and Austin III. We have a well-balanced team, don't we? If we can start to use Austin III in slot, he might work in that position. He could also send him out wide to be the widest receiver, come back and do the jet play. Would love to see that. Do what Mahomes does and put him in the fullback motion and throw a short pass to him like they do with the tight end, stuff like that. Or at least get him in motion, get him moving around this football enough to be like, the defense needs to watch him at all times. Even use him as a decoy. Why not use him as a decoy? A lot of times. Fake to Austin and then hand the football to Najee. I could see them in a 5 wide set as well, making him the closest man to the center and let him burn up the middle. One key thing I hope to see that I think they can use him the best would be his ability to verse linebackers. I think Calvin Austin III's ability to verse linebackers, it's game over, Red Rover. If they're versing a team that hasn't got a very good coverage linebacker and everyone else is getting taken up, we have cornerbacks on Claypool, we have cornerbacks on DJ, we have Miles Boykin also in the slot being taken care of. What about putting out Najee as well out there and Austin III and saying, you two fellas go and take care of the linebackers, because the safeties have to cover the whole field with 3 receivers going deep, cut the field in half, and give the ball to Austin, hopefully beating a one-on-one linebacker. I think it changes the game. I think already this offense is more exciting than it was with Big Ben last year. It changes the game, because if you can use him in that slot role, or use him in a take advantage of their weakest player, a linebacker who can't cover a speedy receiver like Austin, changes the whole game. The whole game. That's just my view. I think he will excel. I think he'll make the team. I think it's what the Steelers needed. I think we need a bit of spark. We need to help out Najee as best we can. And of course, we also have Muth there too. This offense, whoever's going to be the quarterback, if it is Trubisky or it is Kenny Pickett, whoever it may be, this is going to be a fun offense to watch. And hopefully we can score enough points to where a defense can hold teams under 23 points to under 20 points. And we go out there and score 24 plus. Then we have a chance to win every single game. All right. My hope is, guys, I do hope he makes the team. I think, it's just bringing in good competition too. I always talk about competition. Competition in life is great. Competition in life is fantastic. You need that to excel. Without competition, you would be stale and stagnant and you wouldn't go anywhere. All right. So the key is, hopefully he does provide some good competition. And also for Claypool and Deontay, you ain't looking too hot now. You got two young receivers under you. We brought in Oshesky and Miles Boykin. Mate, Anthony Miller's coming up from the practice squad. This team, I wouldn't be doing too many TikToks, Claypool. I'd be looking behind you saying, whoa, man, we have a fair few receivers who can maybe take my job or get more football than I can. So yeah, I do hope for the best with Austin there, and I hope that he can be a valuable asset to our team. 100%. I think he's going to do really well, and I can't wait to see what progresses over the next few weeks going into training camp too. So we have, let them, be customized to the locker room. Come in there, shake Mike Tomlin's hand, say hello, and get to know the team, get to know the fellas. But overall, it's a pretty good pick. If I were to grade it, I'd probably say, if I had to grade it in the grand scheme of things, maybe a B plus. He seems like a solid player. It just seems like, he is a bit shorter than the average receiver, and he's not as big or physical. But the dude's fast. The dude's super fast, man. We need a guy like that. I still remember the days I watched Amos Zerouay when I first started watching football, and Amos Zerouay was fantastic to watch. We need a burner like that. We need a guy back there to change the pace to if they're going to rush the quarterback or go and, try and stop the run. We need him to change something up to get him in those short routes, to feed him the football in a jet screen, or get him the short routes and develop into something, crazy, where he can juke the middle linebackers and get to the second level. I'm keen to see what he can do in 2022. But yeah, guys, thank you for checking out the content. Thank you for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that share. Do what you need to do. I'm on the road to 500. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. So I'm keen. I'm keen for Austin, and I'm also keen to see how far this channel can go. So if you like the content, hit that sub, and I'll see you later.